Okay. From GL side, these topics are pending. Now, just we'll go through this account inspector and account monitor. Then we'll see what is FRS and SmartView. Okay. So when I talk about account inspector, it's all about inspecting the specific account related balances. Just to test this, you can go to GL journals. So here, just expand. Go to task called as period close. Select task list. Inquire and analyze balances. After creating the journal, just to verify the account balances, we tried this function. The same once again we'll see. Okay, so this is account inspector where you can inspect the account balances. So these are the predefined dimensions. Two dimensions we have, period and account. The same you can see the dimensions. This data, these all the dimension system is taken from space. All the dimensions. These we call as dimensions. Company, department, account already system taken here. Ledger, scenario, balance, amount, currency type, amount type. So by default here we have two dimensions, account and period. So based on our requirement, you can select any one of the dimension from here to here, and whatever we don't require, that we can move from here to here. Okay, first we'll go with this, the basic default dimensions our system is displaying. We'll try to see the balances here for specific account. So we'll select the dimensions, the criteria, which account related balances we want to see. So initially we'll see for all the accounts which accounts are available. Later we'll see how to select specific account to inquire that account related balances, or to inspect how to inspect specific account balances. So company, select specific company or all companies. You can click on search. So the default value is there as a company, remove and click on search. So now these are the three companies we have. You can select specific company or say all companies. I'm just selecting company as 1000, and department, click on LOV, click on search, remove this, search. Specific department or all department, will go with the department 1000, because we have a transactions with the company 1000, department 1000 only. So system selected our ledger. This is a ledger we are using, Go Fusion USA primary ledger. So already that is associated with this user roles. And scenario, the actual balances we want to see. Amount, balance amount type, the periodic activity you can select. Okay, if you want to see that, you can see that periodic activity, debit or credit, or else you can select any one of the balance type. Okay, debit or credit. Currency USD, currency type total, or entered, or this all the values will be having. So you can search, you can select entered balance or total or specific from currency, and all you can select. You can just go with the default entered, in which currency we entered the transaction, the same currency. Amount type, base amount, the default value, or else you can change to say PTD, period to date, specific period related balances we want to see. Now this is a criteria. These are the dimensions we selected. Already we have two dimensions selected here, account and period. Then click on refresh. So now here system is displaying 50,000. You can just expand that amount is coming from which accounts. Expand all account values. So here, because this is a new chart of accounts, so within that we don't have balances for many accounts. 1 second, just fetching. Let me click on refresh. Yeah. Fine, let it show no issues. So this is how just we selected all accounts, because here dimension is accounts. So for which account how much balances we have in this specific period, this is how system will display. It is showing total 50,000. So if you want to drill down, you can drill down this information. Okay, the 50,000 system is showing. You can just click on 50,000. The 50,000 is resulting from which transaction system is showing here. So the same criteria. This is journal. You can just click on this amounts. So this is the actual journal. From that journal, the amounts are resulting. So this is how you can verify. If you don't want to see all these accounts in this account inspector, what you could do is you can move this dimension from here to here. Before that, you can move the any one of the dimension here, because we require minimum one row and one column in this account inspector section. So that is the reason, if you want to select specific account, you have to move this account dimension from here to here. If you select if you move this account dimension here, then system will allow you to select specific account to inspect. Otherwise it is showing all the accounts by default. Okay, you have to just verify. You may want to inspect specific account balances. You want to know specific account balances, but system will display the balances across all the accounts, which accounts has the amounts. So in this chart of accounts, for few accounts only we have updated balances. So that is the reason just less value it is showing. Now what we'll do is, I'll move this dimension, amount type, okay, amount type, or any one of the dimension. Say I will just move department dimension from here to here, so that we can move the account from here to here, so that we can select specific account and it will display the balances accordingly. What we'll do is, I'll just drag and drop, drag and do drop. Just drag this, hold, yeah, drop it. Okay, drag and drop. Here department is selected. Now you can move this account dimension from here to here. Just drag and drop here. Okay, it's not moved. It's not displaying. Just drag and drop. Yeah, just drag and drop, done. Okay, now here it's showing 1000. Reason is, in that dimension level we selected 1000. If you just select all departments, accordingly it will show department is 1000. So now you can select which account balances you want to see. Say for example, we'll select any one of the account. Here what we can do is, period activity we selected debit, only debit. If that whatever the account we are selecting, that account debit amounts only, if debit amounts are available, then only it will show, instead of selecting debit or credit. Okay, you can just go with the ending balance, period activity. Okay, that could be debit account or credit account. In the transaction it will display. Fine, now we can select the account. You can select specific account. say we can I think we enter one transaction, that is 53410 internet expense. Search for this account, select, say OK. Now click on refresh. So that account, only one account, that account balances system is showing 50,000, that is resulting from which transaction. And otherwise you can just go with some other account. Say we used on cash account, that is 11016. This is a cash account. Okay, the cash account, just refresh, the same transaction to showing. Expand, if you can open the journal also, you can drill down up to the source original transaction. So that is account 11016, 50,000 cash account. So this is how you can select specific account, or if you want to just view the all account related balances, if you want to inspect accordingly, you can select dimension. Okay, here you can select. This is how it's all about inquiring the balances. In EBS we have account inquiry, the same we are doing, but here we have a different dimensions. Based on that we can, so just you can verify. The same way, anything you can just move from here to here. And if you want to see that specific account, if you want to uh, here anyway we selected company as 1000 only. If you have an option of just, if you are going to select all companies, you can select, and you can drag and drop this dimension here, so that all company related specific account balances for the current August month, since we selected PTT, by default it will take the current open period. That's how you can see the balances. So by changing these dimensions, you can inquire about the balance, nothing but you can inspect specific account balances. That's the purpose of account inspector. Okay, we have other functionality called as account monitor. It's all about monitoring the key accounts in the organization. Say you have a few expense accounts where you have to keep monitoring to understand how that accounts are performing. So how much you spent in the last month compared to current month, whether you spent less or more, how the accounts are performing. May not only just expense account, any accounts within your organization, what are the key accounts will consider those accounts, how those are performing. You can do the required setup, how you want to compare with each period you want to compare, and quarter wise you want to compare that the accounts performance, that you can set up by using the account monitor. Just we'll go and see. What we'll do is we'll take one account and we will just monitor how the account were performing in the previous month, how that account is performing in the current month. Is there any variance in terms of performance? Any account you can take, expense account or revenue account, any account, and we can check it. Just we'll see, it's a simple function. You can just go to general accounting, it's a dashboard. Go to this task. Just 1 second. Switching. Yeah, fine. Now it's selected. So general accounting, this is a dashboard. Here you have a account monitor. Now we have to define the account group. For which accounts, one or multiple, for which account you want to, which accounts you want to monitor, that you have to define. We'll see how to define that. So you have to select general accounting. Under that you can go to view, and here we have account group. Say create. So we'll say some expense account. You want to monitor so expense account. You can go with one account or multiple accounts forever. Just for our testing, just I'm going with one account. So same account 53. I think we use 410. So this account we want to monitor. We want to monitor this account. So here you can just go with comparison option. You want to compare with prior year PTD, and how exactly you want to do that. You can say prior period PTD. If you want to compare this account, how it was performing in the last year, the current month 2018 August, this account how it is doing. And the same if you want to compare with the prior year, previous year, this option you can select. Say I want to compare with the previous month, prior period PTD. Okay, this account how it was performing the previous month and how it is doing now, I want to compare.
Lakshman, how many years of information gets stored in a space?
No,
The balances?
complete data, whatever data you have in your Oracle database, the complete information. See,
Oh, so if you have gone live for 10 years, it will store all the 10 years worth of balances? Wow.
yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, you can just see. It's all about company will plan, right? Whether they want to archive the data into some other systems, they want to continue the same. That's a company decision.
Correct.
If they are using, that will remain. Whatever the data you have in Oracle database, that will remain. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks. So this is how just you can select what is the comparison option you want to go. Okay. We created budget also. The budget also, if you want to compare, you can select this option. So let's go with this option, prior period PTD. We want to compare this account with the previous month, just PTD, period to date. So here you can select which account. You can just go with this. Here say set as a default. Set as a default means the same ledger. If you disable it, so it will dynamic derive ledger. I mean this ledger will be defaulted. If you disable this, you have to select the ledger also in this section. Not required. You can keep as it is. So you can say one, and you want to monitor specific account which is part of this ledger, and select company. This is a company. This is the department, and which account we want to monitor. So this is the account 53410. So it's an internet expense account. You can say save. So just we created group. In the same way you can list out a number of accounts. Click on add. The same way you can just select another code combination. That's how you can have a number of accounts into this group. Okay, fine. It's just saved. You can say cancel, nothing but close. Done. So now we want to monitor how this account is performing. So here we have account monitor. So here you can see all those, what are the groups we created. Only one group we created. Okay, here view account groups. Okay, you can just go with the manage. If you have a multiple, to see all those you can click on manage. Now just we created only one. The same system is displaying and the same system selected and displaying. Fine. So account group name is expense, the account number. Comparison option is prior period PTD. Okay, you select current period. Click on refresh and you see how this account is doing. The current month 50,000 expenses are booked against this account, and in the previous month, July month, 25,000 only. The change is 25,000. The change how it is reflecting in terms of percentage, 100% hiked, increased. So in the July month 25,000, August month 50,000, 100%. Okay, so it is raised in terms of amount what we are spending. The same you can drill down from here. So you can just click on that 25,000, that is resulting from which transaction it shows. Again, this is similar to account inspector. Here, once you click on this drill down point of view, you can find similar to that. So in the same way, like whenever you want to monitor, this is how you can monitor easily. You can find out if you see here the last month 1 lakh and current month 50,000, then it will show this change as a it's just got decreased by 100%. So this is how, like, for the key accounts, the major accounts, which accounts all the time you want to monitor, for those accounts you may use account monitor. If you want to use, this is how you will be able to find out. So in the same way here we use the prior period. In the same way, if you want to compare with the prior year PTD or YTD entire year and all, accordingly when you are creating the account group, you can select and you will be able to do it. So depending on like which account you are selecting, accordingly you can say, for example, I am selecting July month. That means it has to show July month and prior period, June month also. If balances are there, it will show, otherwise no. Click on refresh. It's showing July month 25,000 you spent. June month nothing, we didn't spend anything. The change is 25,000. Here it's not reflecting any percentage. Reason is, so to compare with the prior month, there is no balances. June month, no balance. We didn't spend anything in the June, but July month we spent 25,000. When you go with the current month, August month, so we spent double amount. July 25, August 50,000, changes 24, 100%. Like, okay, this is how just you can use this account monitor functionality where you can group very key accounts, those you can keep monitoring. So all the time you don't need to do anything. Just once you create it, you can just from any task you can come to general accounting. You can select specific account group, accordingly system directly it will display the balances. We don't need to go with the calculations and all. You can just select, it will display. And you can have a big list of multiple account groups also. In that case, all system may not display at a time, so you have to go on to select from here. All the groups you can find as a list, you can select it. Okay, so this is how we can use the account monitor functionality. Okay, and the other one is, so for FRS, Financial Reporting Studio, how to prepare the reports. So this directly we cannot go on to prepare it. For this we have to install the plugin, and you have to download and you have to install. We'll see that process, how from where we can download and how to install. After installing, how we can connect. Okay, so this FRS also will connect to the same S-based database. Now these two functions whatever we discussed, these also connecting to S-based database only. These two functions fetch the data from S-base. In the same way, this FRS and the SmartView also fetch the data from S-base only. Now we'll just see Financial Reporting Studio. If you want to connect to the FRS, first you have to download the FRS, the plugin into our application. The same we have to install. Then it will give you the option to connect to the instance to fetch the data and to prepare the report. We'll see the process. So if you want to download it, go to Navigator. So within the Navigator, here you have a financial reporting center. You have to click on this financial reporting center. Okay, this is financial reporting center. Go to task list, and here we have open workspace for financial reports. Just click on this. Okay, click on this. Here it is a blocking. Okay, you can just click on this, say show. It is opening small pop-up window here. Here open, double click. Just 1 second. Expand it. Okay, fine. So what we did, it's very simple. First go to navigator. Within the navigator, you can find one task called as Financial Reporting Center. Click on the task. Go to task list. Here we have a task called as Open Workspace for Financial Reports. Click on this.
Lakshman, do we need to have any specific role for this, or it will work for you?
GL, if you have access to GL roles, you'll find the task in the navigator. You should have access to GL roles.
It's like GL accountant, GL manager.
This task is available in the multiple GL roles, but not in all the GL roles, the multiple. Okay, say for example, you are going to have a general accounting manager. Yes, you'll get access to this. Or else you are going to have access to general accountant. Yes, you'll get access to this task. Okay.
Lakshman, is this financial reporting, is it similar to R12 financial FSG reports, financial statement generator?
Yes, yeah. In the same purpose we use, but it's different. This is from Hyperion. They replaced. Okay.
Oh, okay.
They replaced FSG with this. Yeah, fine. So you have to click on that. Now it's blocking, so you can just click on this and say show. So here it is, just opening the same path. Expand it. Now first we have to download it. So to download, go to tools and you have to go to install. So what you want to install? Financial Reporting Studio. Just click on this. Tools, install Financial Reporting Studio. Okay. Let system download first, then we can save the file and we can install. Okay, we are downloading the file. Yeah. So it's enabled. No. It is not responding. What's wrong with this? We'll redo this. Okay, just tools, install Financial Reporting Studio. So giving a message, your download will begin in few seconds. Close this window after download is complete. Okay, seems the download is complete, so system is enabling the save file option. Click on save. No, still it's downloading. We'll do it again. So downloading. Yeah, download is complete. So this is a file. Okay, Financial Reporting Studio exe file. So now this you have to install. So we download it. Now just you can move this file into specific folder or on the desktop, or else directly from here you can install. How to install? If you want to install, you have to right click on that exe file which we downloaded. Right click and just run as an administrator. Don't double click on this exe file. If you double click, as it will get installed, but we should not follow that process. We don't get all the privileges to connect to the relevant functionality. So just download. After downloading, right click and these options will open. So just select option called as run as an administrator. Click on run as an administrator. Say okay. Just click on next. It's going to be installed in the specific path. Okay. Click on next. Say install. Okay, so it got installed. Now you can say finish. So the prompt will be closed automatically. We'll just wait to see that. Fine, no issues. Say finish. Done. So we installed. Okay, downloaded and installed. What is the next step? Okay, once you install, you can find that here. You can go to start. Here it will be system will add that same what you installed. Financial Reporting Studio. Okay, Financial Reporting Studio. Once you go here, you have to provide the path. Okay, within that you have to provide the URL. That URL would be this. So
the link you provided is on your desktop, right?
which link?
No, just now you have shown on the start button. You have the so it came up on your.
It will be added here in this start list.
On your local desktop.
Yeah, you can say local only. Yes, client system.
Okay, thanks.
You can take as a shortcut to desktop and all that you can do. Okay, but by default it will be adding in this start.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. The reason I asked is because we're all on the cloud thing, right? Nothing would come down to your desktop. That's what I was imagining.
Client side only. Client side only. This is client side.
Okay, thanks.
Fine. So now once we open this, it will ask us to provide URL to connect to the FRS. Okay, so which URL we have to provide? It's very simple. So we are just navigating to this page, right? How we are navigating? We have to go to Financial Reporting Center. The same page will be landing on. So this is a page. From here, we are taking the navigation to open workspace for financials. Why we are taking the navigation to this page? To open the, to just install it, to install that, right? So that page is this. This is a page. Okay. So this is a page. Okay. Basically, it has to display in the URL itself as a BI. But it's not displaying. No issues. Maybe in this environment, they're given the path in that way. No issues. Basically, once you come to this financial reporting center, the URL, it will be changed to BI instead of FA. It will change to BI, which will be connecting to this. But I don't see in this. It is happening. Okay, no issues. Hope it will work. Fine. Okay. So here, like, just will be connected from here only. We installed, we downloaded that Finance Reporting Studio. We are on that page. Now you can just go to this Financial Reporting Studio. Click on that. What's wrong with that? So what we'll do is we'll log out and log in. Runtime error. Specified module. Something is showing not found. We'll just uninstall and we'll install again. Okay, there may be some issue with that file. Okay, we'll just download and install again. Financial Reporting Center. So blocking says show. Expand this. Tools. Install. Say Financial Reporting Studio. It's downloading. The download is complete. This is the previous one. So you can take this onto desktop. Paste. Okay, this is a file. So right click, say run as administrator. Just click on next. Say next. Say install. Okay, just will wait for some time. This pop-up should close automatically. System has to close automatically. We'll wait for some time. Yeah. So say finish. Once system will close that pop-up automatically, the command prompt, then you can say finish. Done. Now what I'll do is I'll just reconnect. Fine. So we have seen the process of how to install FRS, Financial Reporting Studio. Now we'll see how to connect and how to prepare the reports by using FRS. So To connect to FRS, we have to provide the instance URL. To provide that instance URL, you just take this navigation, go to Financial Reporting Center. Directly, if you provide the actual instance URL, it won't work. Okay, we have to navigate to FRS.
This conference will now be recorded.
Go to task list. Click on Open Workspace for Financial Reporting. So from this page, we have to take this URL. Okay. So before the workspace, whatever we have, the same URL we have to take. The most of the instances, this URL will be different from the actual instance URL. Normally, Oracle will add here some additional extension as a BI. But in this instance, we're not finding whatever it may be. You have to navigate to this page. From this page, you just copy this URL. Okay, just copy this. Already we installed FRS. So here you could see from the start option. So just click on Financial Reporting Studio. So here we have to provide that URL. Provide that URL, server URL, which is copied from this page. And provide username and password. Say OK. Fine. So this is Hyperion Financial Reporting Studio, where we can prepare the reports. So to prepare any report, here just click on New Report. Just click on New Report. It will establish some sheet. Okay. So here what we have to do is to prepare the new report. To just we selected. Now we have to go and insert the grid into this. So just select this report definition. I mean, just once you click on report, it will just create this environment. Just click on that, then go to insert and say grid. Click on grid, and the grid you have to place here. So drag on the sheet. Now system will ask us to connect to the database. Here database is nothing but we have to connect to our chart of account structure instance. So click on new database connection. Okay, just click on new database connection. Here you can provide the name. So what are the instance we are using and whatever the environment we created with the GoFusion, we don't have enough data. Okay, so we'll go with the other instance, chart of account structure instance, in which instance we have a sample data. So here we can use, this is the name we are using, GoFusion, and we'll use US chart of accounts. This is a part of Vision instance. Okay, this is instance chart of account structure instance Oracle created, which is available as a part of Vision instance. Okay, we'll connect to this instance, chart of account structure instance, so that we can find enough data. Type is Essbase and server Essbase FA cluster. FA means Fusion Applications, and username, password, and select application. Application is nothing but chart of account structure instance selection. Just click on search. So this is the one which we created. Okay, within this we don't have enough data, right? We didn't create many transactions, so we can go with this chart of account structure instance. So here you can select US chart of accounts. So this is a chart of account which is used as a part of vision definition. Expand it, select DB, and say OK. The same system is selecting as a application. Here application nothing but chart of account structure instance. So when we use this Hyperion financial reporting for third-party applications, that field name makes sense. Normally we connect to the applications to fetch the data into this environment, but since we are using this Hyperion financial reporting as an inbuilt solution, okay, still they are using the label name as application. Here reality they have to give the name as chart of account structure instance. Okay, say okay. Fine, system selected the database connection, then say okay. Okay, so we discussed when we create the primary ledger, when you complete it, system will be submitting complete information to a space. The space, what are the data we are storing, that we call as a dimensions. Dimensions in the sense, in Oracle database we can find columns. The same similar columns concept in space we call as dimensions. In space we don't see any tables. All the data which will get stored, it will be stored with us respect to dimensions. So these are the dimensions you can see as a point of views, nothing but dimensions. Accounting period is one point of view, or call as a dimensions. See, this is the dimensions layout. So cost center, ledger, product, company, intercompany. What are the chart of accounts you selected? US chart of accounts. Within that we have all these segments: cost center, product, company, intercompany, line of business, account. So these are the few point of views. If you scroll little down, you could see other point of views, or call them as the dimensions. Now to prepare any report, we know very well we need rows and columns. Even in EBS, when we create FSD report, we create first row set and column set. By clubbing that row set and column set, we can prepare the report definition. Similar to that, here you don't need to define any definitions for rows and columns. Simply you have to select which dimension you require as a row and which dimension you require as a columns. Okay, that we have to select. So here what we'll do is we'll go and select the account dimension as a row for our report definition. So just place cursor on this account icon. For each dimension they given same icon, you have to place the cursor on that, click. Just even if you click on this name, there won't be any use. If you want to drag and drop this dimension from here to rows definition, you have to place the cursor on the icon only and drag and drop, hold, drag and drop. So which dimensions you want to keep as rows? All the dimensions you can take. For our testing, the row for row we can use the account dimension. The same way we can use column dimension. For column, say accounting period. You have to place the cursor on that icon, then drag and drop. You can have a multiple columns also, different columns. Multiple columns in the sense, apart from accounting period, if you want to have some other dimensions, you can have it. So these companies and all, even if you are not selecting this point of view as a part of report definition, this all you have to select as a report parameters. When you run the report, we select the parameters the similar way. These you have to select as a parameter. Based on that, system will produce results for account and periods. Okay. So after selecting the required rows and columns as a specific, the dimensions into rows and columns, you have to say okay. Just click on OK. Fine. So we selected rows and columns. So row is account, column is accounting period. Fine. So here we have a certain properties, the grid properties, general, suppression, all these positions, all we have. So very primarily see here, when I talk about this account, okay, when I talk about this account, so when you run the report, how system has to display that account related information. It has to show just account description or account number that you can specify. Just select this account dimension and here the panel will be changed. If I select entire grid, the selection is different. See here, if I select entire grid, so this is how the system is showing. Okay, so if I select account, for account how I want to have this information. Okay, headings, member labels, okay, member name and alias name are both. Okay, if I select grid, entire grid level also, I can have the same options, but so now since we have a different dimensions, you have to select dimension and accordingly you can provide. Here I am going to select both. That means both in the sense it will show the account number and account name. Okay, so that's how you can select. The same way here also, if you want to specify, you can select. For this it's not applicable because it's everything will have as a period name, right? Period name only will be having, for that not required. So here for account we selected both. That means it will show the account number as well as description. Now just double click on this account, double click, you can select, you want to get which accounts into the report definition. Depending on which report you are creating, so you can select the accounts accordingly. Just for our understanding, we'll see how to select the accounts. So as a part of the chart of accounts, what are the accounts we have, we can see here. So we have accounts, expand accounts, expand here, all account values in the sense it's a plain values, all child values, directly child values. So when you load the chart of accounts through rapid implementation spreadsheet based on the hierarchy which you created, okay, what are the hierarchy you provided in the RI, rapid implementation spreadsheet, accordingly system will load, and one copy it will keep for individual accounts and one copy of accounts it will keep with the same hierarchy. You expand this, the next option, there you can see all these as a grouped parent. So all assets, all liabilities, owner's equity, net income current year. That means net income in the sense how do you get revenue minus expense. So along with this group, as a part of this vision definition, they take in accounts. So as these groups, revenues and expenses. Further, if you want to expand, you can expand and you can see. That's how we have. Okay, now what we'll do is we can select these five type of accounts. Within this net income current year, we have a revenue and expense. So first one I selected, hold shift and select is all. Okay, so you can select, already we have value called as account that we have to remove. Anyway, first you can select this 4 and remove this. Okay, so we selected. Okay, so after selecting, so these you want to this 4 parent accounts you want to keep in one row, or you want to specify in the separate rows in this report, that you can specify here. So place selection into separate rows. If you are selecting only one, you don't need to do that. Since we are selecting 4 different set of accounts, so you can just enable this, so that system will be placing these 4 category of the accounts into 4 rows, and it will allow us to drill down also. For that, what option we have to set, we'll discuss. Okay, say okay, take it. Now, once we prepare the report, do you need option to expand these all assets, all revenues, all these category of accounts? If that is a requirement, what you can do is select and here say allow expansion, enable the checkbox, and select this parent account and say allow expansion, select, say allow expansion, select, and say allow expansion. This is how you can select. The same way for accounting period, just double click. So we selected, okay, we selected chart of account structure instance. So with that associated accounting calendar, that means that would be part of primary ledger. That associated calendar information also system will display from the vision definition. So expand it. So these are the years we have as a part of the accounting calendar, which is used in the primary ledger along with the chart of account structure instance which you are using. So first you can deselect this accounting period, which is already there. Now you want to prepare the report for which year. I'm not sure the data is available or not in as a part of this US chart of accounts instance. Better we can go with any one of the past year. Okay, here 2014. Okay, you can select entire year, later quarters, and within the quarters periods, everything we can have. We can expand and we can get the results. Okay, just directly I'm selecting the entire year, or else you can select individual periods, or else quarters you can select. Okay, that's how you can specify. So that now here, if you have a multiple, then you can say place selection into separate rows. Since only one is not required, also you can disable and you can proceed. If you have a quarters, multiple quarters, quarter wise, if you want to display, you can do that. Or else what we'll do is you can go with this option year wise, or else you can go with the quarters. Let it be, we can expand and see. Okay, say okay. And for this also, if you want to do the expansion, means if you double click on 2014, it has to display all the quarters. If you double click on quarters, it has to display all the years. So all the periods, you have to enable the checkbox. You have to select this column value dimension and say allow expansion. Okay, allow expansion you have to select. So after selecting this, to see the results, we have to provide the other parameters, other dimensions, which we have seen when we navigated to this page. Okay, so before we go and do that activity, what you can do, you have to save this report definition. So just click on save. So this report definition will be saved within the instance only, not in our system. So by default, you can see the 2 folders, my folders and the shared folders. Shared folders means the report definition will be shared across. My folders means it will be available for only our user. So just open this my folders. We can save within this. You can say Go Fusion US COA based report. Okay, just save it. Okay, save this definition. Seems to instance is a little bit slow today. Fine. So we saved the report definition. Apart from that, you can give us some other specifications. You can just select this entire grid, and here you can go to suppressions. What you can do is here go with these values. So basic options. So here you can specify if 0 suppress, and if missing, okay, how it has to be displayed. Just if 0 is suppressed means system you don't want to display all this information, like if it is 0 it should not display any value. So that's how you can provide all this information. So for everything you can give, else it will provide grid level also. So you can go with this suppress. We can apply at grid level instead of going with each and every row here. So for entire grid, wherever some amount is applicable, how system has to display that value. So we have these accounts. When you expand this account against any account, if no amount is available, if amount is 0, system will display like this one. So that has to be replaced with 0. It has to display 0. It should not show that value which we removed just now. And no data means, in case of no data, it should not show as a missing. It has to show 0. Okay. So this is how you can give the specifications and save these changes also. So entire grid level we given. Okay, just entire grid level we given. Now to run this report, to get this information, we have to provide the additional parameters. The parameters are nothing but point of views. When we navigated here, what our system by default it's shown all the segments, all the other segments as a part of chart of accounts, and other parameters, all we have to provide. Then we can see the outcome in this report. So just you can click on view report. Just click on this view report. Okay, just click on view report. So sign in. It won't show any results now because we have to provide the required parameters. See, it is showing we selected both, right? Account and description it is showing. So but there is no information we given. If there is no value, it has to be replaced with a 0. Fine. So now we have to provide all these parameters. Ledger, select ledger, expand all ledgers, the same chart of account structure instance. What are the ledgers are associated, those you can see here. So all ledgers, just expand this. Yep, here we have that US primary ledger. One second. UK secondary ledger. Okay, US primary ledger, select it. So we are selecting ledger as a parameter, and the company, just click on that, expand how many companies we have as a part of the chart of accounts. So it will display all. You want to just create this report for which company. You can select all or else specific company. I'm selecting one company and say OK. Line of business, expand, expand. So specific line of business, or you can select all line of businesses, all you can select. Still based on these parameters, no output, because we have to provide all the parameters. And cost center, all cost center values, you can select all or specific. I'm selecting all, and go to product. You may select all product values or specific. Based on that selection only, we can see the report output. So intercompany, so within this US chart of accounts we have intercompany segment also. So here all intercompany values, out of that I am selecting none, because wherever intercompany's values not exist, those relevant report I want to generate. I don't want to generate any intercompany specific report. Just move to little right. So all cost centers, all products, intercompany. Now we have to select scenario. So scenario we can select as actual. The balances are actual balances. I want to produce as a report output, which is related to actual balances. So scenario we selected as actual. Now we have to select balance amount. Just expand. You can select any one of this beginning balance or ending balance or periodic activity in the particular period which you are going to do it. So select ending balance. Again, within ending balance, if you want to specify, so debit or credit, that also you can do it. Ending balance of the period for the specific account. So amount type. So it's very important. There we selected year, right? There we selected year. Even you selected year, if you select PTD, period to date here, system won't display directly year or quarter related balances. It will display only PTD balances. If I select here YTD, year wise it will show, and you can expand and you can see quarter and the period wise also. If you select PTD, only PTD balances only it will show. It won't display quarter level and year level. Okay, I'm just selecting PTD. So based on this parameter only, the year whatever we selected here, we have it 2014. Now it won't show for these accounts in 2014 how much balances. We selected the dimension as a PTD. Accordingly, it will display the results. So we'll see that. We'll select other parameters also. So PTD, basically we call these as the dimensions which are equal to parameters. So amount type PTD, currency. Select currency. Search for USD. Say okay. Now we have one more parameter called as currency type. Okay, currency type. Expand and say total. Now it should display the results. Now here it is not showing, you have to expand it. Okay, you have to expand. So asset accounts I'm expanding. Still I'm expanding. So these are the retail accounts. So here level it is not showing because here we selected PTD, right? So expand this because the expansion option we selected. That is the reason we are able to expand this. So here also you can expand. It will show 4 quarters. Quarter wise also you are not able to see the balances. Reason the parameter was selected as PTD. PTD level on it will show display the balances. This is the quarter one. Expand it. You can see the balances period wise. Expand this quarter two. Expand quarter three. Expand quarter 4. The same way you can expand any other accounts or liabilities, short-term payables, accounts payable. So this is how simply, you don't need to do anything, just it's all about how to select the dimensions. Based on the dimension, system will display. So first time when you are preparing this report, this is how you have to select. When you prepare the report next time from the for the same chart of account structure instance, so these dimension system will select by default, and you can change and you can prepare the report accordingly. Okay, so what I'll do is, this is for basic understanding how to install that FRS, and how to download, how to install, how to connect, how to prepare the report, how to save the report definition, how to give these specifications. Okay, for entire grid level or specific dimension level, how to set all this. These are the points we just gone through. What I'll do is, I'll be preparing the one detailed document. Okay, I'll share one detailed document. Within this document you can find all the information very detailed level. Here we have FRS user guide and create financial reporting studio, financial reporting studio reports, and that I'll be providing. Anyway, now we'll go and see the SmartView, the relevant report documents also I'll provide. You can just go through and you can explore more on that. Okay, so this is how just you can prepare the reports by using FRS. This is all about FRS. And to prepare, if you want to prepare the reports by using SmartView, it's just for analysis purpose. Whatever the data we are getting here now in the FRS, the same data you can get in the spreadsheet. So SmartView for spreadsheet analysis purpose. If you want to get the data, what you have to do, you have to, first of all, you have to download it, install, you have to download and install the SmartView. So install. From here only we install that FRS also, right? Same process you have to install. So now you have to say download latest version. You have to just click on download latest version. It will ask you to provide the login credentials. Okay, you have to provide the login credentials. So what I'll do is, I'll be sharing the file. Already I just downloaded from here only. Okay, that file I'll be placing in the Google Drive. So the file I have here, I just placed here. This is a file. Once you click on download, system will ask you to log in to that site, and once you provide the login credentials, this file will get downloaded. After downloading this file, what you have to do is, you have to open that and you have to just install this SmartView into your system, your client system. So I'll place this complete zip file into Google Drive, and when I place this file, I'll change this extension to ERP tree. Okay, ERP tree. So I'll just extract these and I'll do that. It is not accepting this. I'll just extract these files. Okay, I'll just place in that. I'll create one folder. In the folder, I'll keep these 3 files. I'll change this extension from exe to something else. Once you download these files, once you copy these files into your machine, set this extension back to exe, then you will be able to install. The reason is through Google Drive we cannot share any exe files. Google Drive won't accept, the process won't accept. That is the reason I'll just set this back, set some other extension. Once you copy these files from the Google Drive, you can just set the extension to exe, then you can install in your machine. After installing, just how to install. So this first you have to extract. So you can, I think the same file I copied and pasted in the desktop also. Here, SmartView. This is the one. Okay, from there only I just copied and placed. You know the process, right? You have to run as an administrator. In my system already I just installed it. So after installing, what we have to do is you have to go to spreadsheet. Go to spreadsheet. If you get any message, say okay. Okay, after going here, go to Excel options. Go to Excel options and go to add-ins. Sometimes even after installation also, system won't take directly as a activated. So in that case, what you can do is you select add-ins and here verify our SmartView is any chance it is in the disabled mode. Okay, select disabled items and click on go. It will display what are the add-ins are in the display, I mean disabled mode. If you identify smart view is going to be in this list, select and say enable. But now we don't have, so reason just when I installed it, automatically system taken into disabled item. I selected and I enabled. Okay, so after installation, go to Excel options. Okay, these options and go to add-ins and here manage, you select as disabled item, click on go. Whatever we installed which placed in the disabled mode, okay, status, the system will display. If you see here smart view, select and say enable, then that will get enabled. After doing this process, close spreadsheet and reopen. Okay, if you see the case where that got disabled, you have to enable. After enabling, again reopen the same spreadsheet. Okay, just reopen. Right. After reopening the spreadsheet, okay, here you can see smart view separate tab. Now you have to go to smart view and first we have to map, we have to connect our instance to the spreadsheet. So we have to go to options, click on options and here we have to provide our server URL. Okay, we have to provide our server URL. Here we have in the advanced. Once you click on option, directly system will select advanced only. Within the advanced, here we have to provide the our instance details. Okay, so what details we have to provide from here only, from this page only you have to copy. So ignore that workspace and copy this. Go to spreadsheet. Here we have a workspace smart view provider, that keep as this. So if any other URL or anything dummy URL is there, remove it. So before to workspace, you paste your instance URL. Okay. Here also within this also you could see some formatting options, how that the display should come, and data options, how those has to be displayed, surface columns, which it has to show 0 or it has to show as missing, how it has to be done. That it has to show as 0 or no data. All these options you can set as required. In the document you can see all everything more detail level, but the primary point here is you have to provide the instance URL. Okay, just provide and say okay. Okay, after providing the URL, you can go to panel to do any sort of analysis by fetching the data which is available in the specific chart of accounts. Just click on the panel. It is opening the SmartView panel here. Click on shared connection. You can create the private connection also. First, if you create the shared connection, you can create that you can turn into private connection. So just click on shared connection. Here also you have to connect to our chart of account structure instance. Same process. So log into our instance. So in the options, whatever the URL we given, that instance system is opening. Provide login credentials. Just click on login. Now we have to select the cluster Oracle space. So database connection we did in case of FRS, right? Here also just we are connecting to that FA clusters, Space FA clusters. Within this, we have to select our chart of account structure instance. We want to fetch the data from which chart of account structure instance. We have to specify. So we have a sample, enough sample data in US chart of accounts. You have to select this. To select it, expand it and select. If you select, just it will get selected, but here we need option where it will allow us to perform the analysis. For that reason, see here below, if you see connect, add to private connection. So for this you can just click on add to private connection. You can give some name. So whenever you come to this page, next time onwards you can click on the name instead of going with all these process. Directly you can connect. Okay, so what you can do is double click on this. Just double click below, it will add some additional options which allows us to perform the analysis. Just double click on DB. Just double click. So now it added all these options. Now what we need is add, it's analysis, ad hoc analysis. Click on this ad hoc analysis. So if you remember account inspector, okay, we worked on account inspector where we have dimensions. Based on the dimensions, we inspected specific account balances. Same is applicable here. So these are the different dimensions. Same dimensions whatever we have seen in that FRS. Here also you can just use the same dimensions and you can use these all S-based related, all these functions, spreadsheet related functions. Okay, so you can analyze the data. So normally what we do, we'll fetch the data from database, we take into spreadsheet, and there we conduct a lot of analysis. So but here directly with the live data you will be able to perform the same. The same process here also you have to select, double click on periods. Not required. What I'll do is refresh. One second. We don't need all this. Okay, just place cursor here, say member selection. Just click on member selection. So your accounting period. So which period related analysis you want to perform? You can select the year that you can expand, or else you can select the quarters. Same whatever you have seen in FRS, similar options are available. You can just select entire year, select it, say okay, and select ledger. Place cursor here, click on member selection. So here, what are the dimensions you see here? All are available from here itself. You can just go. First I selected accounting period, then ledger, company, list of values. I can select from here also. Instead of placing cursor and clicking on member selection, you can select one by one. So ledger, for which ledger you want to prepare this report? US primary ledger, select it. Now company, I want to select company. So So you can just go with the company and you can select, or else what you can do is you can place the cursor and company, say select member selection. So directly it will display the companies for which company you want to prepare the perform the analysis. So this company, select it, say okay. The same way you can select each and every dimension, say select member, or else within this panel itself you can change the dimension, you can select the values. Expand, say all line of business values we require for this analysis, and account. So account, say these 4 parent accounts. Select one, or else you just select, select this directly. You can go with this. If you have multiple, you can go with you can shift and you can select all. Here many we don't have, so directly you can enable these and select here. Say okay. Select all other dimensions, cost center, member selection. So all cost center values, products, all product values. So all accounts, what I'll do is you can select. I'll go with the all accounts. I don't need this. All accounts. You can go with this. All product values, intercompany. Expand. So no intercompany. Where intercompany value is 0. Scenario. Member selection. Actual. Say okay. Balance amount. Say ending balance. The period ending balance. Amount type, member selection, same dimensions, same whatever we can see from the FRS, the same we can see from here. So how you want to see the report, the balances year wise, quarter wise, or period wise. You can select multiple also. If you select multiple level, it will display. And you just periodic and currency, member selection. USD, select, say okay. And one more dimension is currency type. Say okay. Fine. Now we have period here and we have ledger. So along with the ledger, okay, here period wise, period and primary ledger. This is the primary rows and columns we taken. You want to have account also as a columns. So in that case, all accounts we have, right? This we can move from here to here. If you want to move in the spreadsheet from here to here, you can just use right click, hold and drag and drop. Here in the next column you can specify. So it is selected into same. So you can place in the next column also. So wherever you can place, it is taken to same, it is taken on top below to that. So now ledger wise and accounts wise you can see the balances. If the same chart of account structure I mean, if you are using the same primary ledger, I think it's a okay. Ledger itself you selected, right? The chart of account is not applicable. Done. So all accounts which are belongs to this ledger, it will display based on the selection. We'll see that just once we're done with that. You can click on refresh. Okay, done. So now what we have to do is you have to expand. Double click this year. Within that we have quarters. Double click. So we have periods. So now you have to double click on all account values. Okay, so this is how we have all the accounts. So many accounts. Otherwise you can take this period as a this column dimension and accounts as a row dimension, so that would be very easy. Okay, so normally when you prepare at the time you can select. This is how just you can expand and you can get to know any account related balances just to perform the analysis. So for all the accounts, for this no balances we have. So these balances missing, if you're missing, if you want to represent with the zeros, you can just go here data option and all. You can specify instead of no data means it has to show 0. If you keep 0, it will show 0. Okay, it's under process, so it is not taking. Basically, before you go and submit, you can specify all those. So this is how just you can conduct the analysis. Just I selected everything here. You can go with the specific accounts and all. This is how we'll be able to analyze. So for this also, I'll just provide a document on SmartView fundamentals and user guide and all. You can just go through and you can explore. But just to understand how to connect and how to install, from where to install, how we can start working with the SmartView. These are the points you have to understand. The same way you can connect to any chart of account structure instance and you can fetch the data and you can analyze. Okay. Just remove. Okay, so what you can do is you can just move this account to here. So account you can just right click, drag and drop. Here you can place account, and this you can take period 2. So when you are moving from here to right side, you have to use left. I mean, you have to hold the cursor left and you can move. But when you are moving from this side to this side, you have to hold right side of the cursor. Okay, right cursor option, then you can move it. So hold it, specify. Now this is all just you can this column you can remove, delete. Now you can provide the data. So here easily you can, if you expand the accounts, it will list out the accounts and ledger specification, accounting period wise, you can see the data. So this is how you can prepare this is how you can analyze the data by using the spreadsheet. This is the purpose of SmartView. So I'll be placing those documents on the Google Drive. You can go through it, and as well as the file also. I'll be just changing the extension and I'll be placing, just if you have an issue to download or if any other related information, let me know. We can work on it. Okay, fine.